This video will focus primarily on just what he did to convince the council that he was attacked. It is extremely sinister and everything that we would expect from Palpatine. Just before Mace enters the room, Palpatine activates a sound recorder from under his desk. This picks up all the noise coming from the room. Now, when Mace and his crew entered, he started acting all calm like he didn't know what was going on, talking about General Grievous being captured and so on and so forth. When Windu told him not to resist, Palpatine said this from the novel. "Resist? How could I possibly resist?" Still seated at the desk, Palpatine shook an empty fist helplessly, the perfect image of a tired, frightened old man. "This is murder, you Jedi traitors. How can I be any threat to you?" Right after this, he lunges at Sazy as his head bounces off the floor, and this is even written in the book itself. It is extremely dark. Palpatine then kills Agen Kolar by shoving his lightsaber through his head, and then looks at the two remaining Jedi and screams, "Help! Help!" Palpatine cried like a man in desperate fear for his life. "Security! Someone! Help me! Murder! Treason!" He then used the Force to lock the door at the back, locking them in. Palpatine then retreats to his desk and, well, here's the final passage before he destroys it so that they can't hear any further. Then he smiled. He held one finger to his lips and, astonishingly, he winked. In the blank second that followed, while Mace Windu and Kit Fisto could do no more than angle their lightsabers to guard, Palpatine swiftly stepped over the bodies back towards his desk, reversed his blade, and drove it in a swift, surgically precise stab down through his desktop. That's enough of that. He let it burn its way free through the front. Then he turned, lifting his weapon, appearing to study it as one might study the face of a beloved friend one has long thought dead. Power gathered around him until the Force shimmered with darkness. "If you only knew," he said softly, perhaps speaking to the Jedi Masters, or perhaps to himself, or perhaps even to the scarlet blade lifted now as though in mocking salute. "How long I have waited for this." Now, the part where he puts his finger to his lips like, "Shh, you can't tell anyone, this is our little secret," as he kills Kit Fisto is just so creepy and maniacal. It's everything you would expect Palpatine to be. Now, I know George said Mace won fair and square, and yes, he did, but it's just sometimes hard to believe with all the stuff Palpatine does. He knows perfectly when to win and when to quote-unquote lose. Now, of course, I'm not arguing with George. I made that video yesterday, and a lot of people were thinking I'm arguing with what George had to say. No. I have always been an advocate to say that, hey, whatever George says is what goes, even now with Disney in charge. However, some things in the novels make you think, and I love to make videos about them because it's just more fun that way. Either way, it's a pretty cool scene that had the whole Senate looking at that moment, only being able to hear what was going on. And of course, Palpatine framed them as he was screaming for his life.